Hi, I'm Christopher Stewart. I used to get kind of famous about some of the tricks I used to do with my voice. I used to do a lot of tricks with my voice. If you've ever seen the movie Krull, all of the Slayers, when they died, they screamed. That was actually me screaming into a microphone in a sound studio. And I got famous the world over for a high-pitched laugh that was kind of like ha 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 ha, etc. so forth. I can only really do that kind of stuff when I'm happy, and I've been through so much pain over the course of my life that it's so hard to even think about trying to do that right now. Right now I'm just trying to get myself back together. I'm trying to get my body back in shape, my health back in shape, my mental state back in shape, and try and get back on top. I mean, I've literally been through so much hell, it's insane. And speaking of hell that I've lived through, I wrote a couple of poetry books. This is A Knight's Grotto by Sir Christopher Stewart, and it's available through Authorhouse.com. It's also available through Amazon and through Barnes & Noble. It's print on demand. All of pretty much anything you do self-publishing is print on demand, so it's by request or whatever. I kind of am not sure about the self-publishing business yet, so I'm still kind of trying it out. But I've done a few things with it. I also have this one, Rebecca by Sir Christopher Stewart, also published by Authorhouse.com. It used to be available through Barnes & Noble, Amazon. I haven't checked on these things in years. It probably still is. I don't know. This one is huge, and it's expensive because it's in full color. And I also published my photography along with my poetry. And some people maybe don't want the world to know, yes, I dated Rebecca De Mornay, actress. Okay? Wow. Hey. But people sit there and want to worry about, oh my God, would the paparazzi suddenly find out about this kind of thing? Guys, there was a billboard in Canada of me dating Pamela Anderson for God knows how long. It's probably still there. Okay? These aren't big secrets. And nobody cares anyway. I mean, please. Authorhouse would probably want me to sit there and give you some sort of commercial and really kind of promote my work. Guys, I wrote this poetry for ex-girlfriends that give me like maybe a week of their life or less. Some maybe a little bit longer, but I mean literally, come on. Actresses, models, a few rock stars. I mean, my God, the porn stars treated me better than every single one of them. And that's scary. It really is. But here they are going, yeah, you're everything, and then here, let's walk right over your heart. I'm out the door and gonna lie to you and not gonna even be there when you wake up kind of stuff. I've lived through so much of that crap. And I have all this poetry lying around, poetry written for them. They're never gonna read it anyway. So, I had to do something with it, so, you publish it. And, you enter the self-publishing world because you think about it and you go, well, what else could you do with it? You look at any publisher in the world and they go, we don't take poetry. Okay? Okay? Anyone who wants to sit there and say, no, you didn't date that actress. Guys, the paparazzi ran a story of me dating Christy McNichol for how many years? Come on, get with the program, okay? Who cares? It's no big deal. It was 30 years ago anyway, okay? How are you going to make a story of that? It's kind of like the story of my billboard. That was 30 years ago with stupid Pam. But we'll not even deal with that. I'm not going to try and deflate anybody. But, that's my life. Okay. On to slightly better news. I have done some self-publishing on a different light. This is my book of short stories called Nightmares by Jutter Caine. And this is my thesis on Jack the Ripper, Chappell A Study and Profile, also by Jutter Caine. These are available from Amazon on Kindle Direct Publishing and through Create Space. And I also have a fantasy novel that I've been sitting on for years. It's been lying around for like ever. I mean, I had this thing ready to be published in 2006, okay? And I've sent it to all the publishers, all the agents in the world, and nobody will take this stuff because everyone's response is, it's a fantasy novel, it's Dungeons and Dragons, nobody does that stuff. You want to do that stuff, you just do whatever else because we're not going to take it. That's satanic, that's Dungeons and Dragons. It's not even based on Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know where these people come up with this stuff. But, you know, I mean, when I was little in New York, I was talking with a lot of fantasy publishers and writers. I was good friends with Stephen King when I was a kid. I was good friends with Marion Zimmer Bradley. Mrs. Bradley had terrible times trying to get published with Darkover and with The Mists of Avalon and things like that. And she would tell me a lot about some of these agents and whatnot too. So, you know, it's kind of a strange world that we live in as far as trying to get an artist work out there. And I don't even know why that is. It shouldn't be, okay? And it's probably not that way in other countries, but it is that way in ours. And, you know, so it is what it is. I'm still sitting on the stupid thing. Maybe I'll end up self-publishing it. I've never wanted to self-publish a novel because it's so much of a, you should have done something else in order to get it out there. And in self-publishing, you have to pay for your own advertising. That's the only difference. Because if you go through an actual publisher, for one, they distribute to bookstores and they pay for their own advertising. You can add advertising, but they create an advertising campaign. When you self-publish, you have to do all of that yourself. You have to contact bookstores. And contacting bookstores, they tell you to do in self-publishing. And the bookstores tell you, when you're trying, that they don't take anything that's print on demand. And they especially don't take anything they can't return. So it ends up into a really horrible mess one way or another, however you look at it. But that's the self-publishing biz. I don't know what I'm going to do with my fantasy novel, but I'll figure out something somewhere down the line. Maybe I will self-publish it. Maybe I'll do something along the lines of some CGI thing on my laptop for a commercial for, you know, something like this. I'll do some thinking on that. But, you know, I mean, I could sit there, go public, and tell you every single celebrity I dated. And I'd go, why would you care? Why would anyone care? You know, most of these memories I don't even want to have anymore. Okay? I'd rather just say, great, they're out of my life. Find me something better. Much better. You know, somebody actually is going to care. But, you know, that's how life is. So, sorry fans, and where is that? Canada. I may be from DEFCON 4, but that girl is gone.